Moving.
Hello, hello, everybody. I apologize for not being live for our last two sessions. I just had some personal things going on, just wasn't really feeling up to being live. A lot of things have happened in those last two sessions. I died, but Doc will be doing a recap on exactly what happened, so he'll do a better job of explaining it. I'm going to go ahead and hop over and get them undeafened, and we'll get all that figured out. And apparently I'm supposed to add a feat, and I'll get that figured out as we're going along.
Oh, shit.
Hello.
Fucking paint rack just fell. That scared the shit out of me.
No, the feet.
Humidity is not going to be a friend to me back here. Where the fuck did my tape go?
It's
Oh.
80 degrees. God dang. Ooh. It's got a thunderstorm tomorrow. What the? What?
So where's the thing you were saying for manage feats?
Go to features and then add a feature and then do the
thing.
And then just do it.
Just click it and do it, you know?
Yeah, just go to passive abilities or active abilities, click add, scroll all the way down, edit, and then do the thing.
On the DnD Beyond page, if you click on features and traits, then there's a tab called feats, and then you can click on manage feats.
Oh, the D&D Beyond.
Oh, I wasn't talking about in D&D Beyond. I was talking about in.
I know how to do it. So then, yeah, you'd probably have to. I don't know how to do player sheets because I'm just a DM.
I'm just boy.
I don't know how to do this shit. I just tell the story. I don't do any of the technical bullshit.
I don't know how to play this game, though. I just know how to talk.
If you don't mind me knowing shit, I can do it for you, but
I never played this game in my life.
Oh shit, don't want to do that. Fuck. God damn it.
That's
okay.
I'm not supposed to be in this country.
I wish you would have gave me a little bit more of a heads up on this for me to actually look into this fucking shit.
Hey, sorry, I'm out here trying to run a business.
Build the plane while you're flying it, baby. Come on, let's go.
Let them know.
Let it go.
Got windows to be put in or whatever your business is.
There's windows and some shit.
There's windows. I know you spoke about windows one time.
You know what? Fuck
There's
it.
windows somewhere. I never actually asked about the intricacies of your business, so
I'm gonna take Shadow Touch. Fuck it.
Say you don't care without saying you don't care.
It's not that I don't care. It's just I never inquired. So it's like, if I'm gonna wax poetic about it, I just make some shit up.
Nope.
He spoke about Windows before, so there's Windows involved. Contracts and shit. Server somewhere.
Bezzer.
Servers being served. I'm like a bird, I wanna fly away.
I don't know why, but I don't know why this is going to be the icon for this. But yeah, you're getting devilish monkey for this new feat.
Devilish monkey. That chunky monkey. Monkey.
All right. Fuck, it's hot back here.
Damn, dog. Gotta put a fan on you.
I got one. About time to plug in this air conditioner already. Not even May. I guess it is
Shit.
May, technically.
It is me, yeah. I'm kind of glad my apartment's like always cold.
Oof.
Cause like I'm like underground.
See if this
Fucking
works.
hobbit.
Has it? Why is it?
All right, there we go.
Be a long rest. Bryn Shander. We going to fucking Icewind Dale, baby?
Do
Maybe.
you get a long rest?
Yeah. Let's get nuts.
Let's get nuts. Yeah.
Do we
So
level
You
up?
going to 10 towns?
you
Sorry,
might win.
I'm a nerd. Sorry,
No.
nerd alert.
It's so funny. I was like, I wonder how long it'll take Dave to catch on. Not too long. Okay. So yeah, last session, you guys were in Maddie's jail cell. He was worn down, shackled up with these arcane handcuffs and collar. He'd let you guys know that Saria came and poked and prodded and asked him about the locations of some relics that he might have found in the past. As you spoke to him, he kind of touched on, forgiveness and the trespasses of, people like Saria or those in the town, that they might have been misled, and, to be, diligent and understanding in people's decisions. As you guys are working your way through the prison, you saw as the walls began to flicker with infernal runes. And there seemed to be some type of summoning that was being conducted. It made its way through the very foundations of the prison, like this had been in the works for quite a while. You found the little storage room, came across a couple extra crystals and some dust from some blood-soaked turned arcane crystals that you've become familiar with. You found a secret passage as you heard the summoning and infernal callings growing stronger and louder. You decided to peek out that door. You saw Saria and Cleveland and Hopham's grandfather up on a ledge. All seem to be in the ritual and calling out to something from a darker plane. You quickly decided to try to intervene as there was blood on the floor, shadows circling around the walls, and seemed to be a ominous grin that seemed omnipresent. As you spilt more blood, more crystals seemed to become locked in to the ritual on the floor, as well as Matthias being kind of sapped of his strength and his life force. As you guys seeked out vengeance, pummeling Cleveland and dispatching Saria, it furthered on this blood ritual, as some of you also tried to pull the almost tumor-like crystals out of the floor, blood gushing, shadows swirling. At the very last moment, Caracas decided to try to do his best to take the shackles onto himself with a very keen nat 20 roll earlier, and knowing infernal, and then a very high arcana roll. He was able to do so. And at the very last moment, the shackles moved their way from Maddie to Caracas, and Caracas's life force was, and some of his magical ability were siphoned from him as the room filled with shadow, and a fiendish figure was suddenly in front of you. Then Maddie revealed his true celestial self to you guys and said that he had a lot of faith that you guys could turn this world around. As you saw the weave tap, the kind of arcane nervous system to the world that you've heard tons of lore about almost kind of start to form in front of you. Both the fiend and Maddie began to wrestle and fight as this new magic that had been brought into this world seemed to open up pockets of time. You guys were sucked into those, and I gave you guys the descriptions of what you guys kind of saw or felt in your consciousness or lack thereof. You fell into another plane. You feel the cold air upon you. As you guys kind of look up, you seem to be in the center of a very familiar town. This looks very much like the capital, but kind of just the beginning workings of it. There is snow all around. You heard the call giants as you landed on the ground. Any other questions? Anything else I can elaborate on? But you seem to be almost exactly where the prison was, just in a town in its beginnings.
I still have a crystal in my hands.
Okay, that's a great question. Were you pulling one out when you?
I had one already pulled out.
Then let's do. I will say yes. I will say you still have a crystal.
Medium, teeny. What do we got?
I will give you one large blood crystal.
Okay, Will.
Yes, I will.
Awesome. Oh shit, where's the fucking... I'm switching this. All right, cool. One large blood crystal.
There seems to be bells ringing throughout the city. A few people kind of it doesn't seem to be chaos. But there's some people that it seems to be in the gossip stages right now as people kind of clamor and chatter throughout the streets. Why would they come at this time? You notice that so I put us on the map of the capital for the map of Bryn Shadur. There isn't that river that runs through the capital yet, but there is still kind of an icy river that runs alongside Bryn Shadur, very much like the gap from the capital before.
Well, where the fuck are we?
Don't know.
That was weird, right? Do we know, like, it's not out of body, this is us in this time, right? Look
Yes,
down. All right.
This is very much you in this time. The things that you do look around at is especially in the capital you were just in, there are hardly any signs of magical or arcane influence in this town. Buildings are built from wood and stone. There are no arcane lights flickering, no unseen servants that are combing the streets. There's not hardly even a presence of city guard. This is the very beginnings of a city and kind of the beginnings of a civilization. You see, is there's probably 15-foot stone walls around the outside of the city. From where you can see, you're still on a little bit of an elevation, but it gives you an idea of how much the capital had kind of built upon itself and grew vertically, because this is very familiar. Like, you can look out, like where there was a gap, there's now a river. The sky, some of the mountain ranges look very much like nostalgic, but completely different in the way they appear. But like, you have a good sense of that you're exactly where you were just maybe thousands of years ago.
If there's anybody walking like past us, or if I could just flag somebody down, just be like, hey, this is probably a weird question. I just woke up from a very long nap. Can you tell me what year it is?
Jumanji.
Yeah, it's 32 of the Frost King's rule.
Any what you call it? Recognition of that?
You guys are dressed kind of funny. Go ahead and make a history check.
Love to.
And you can see if maybe Maddie might have talked to you about any of this type of stuff. That understudy thing is a once per day thing, though, just so you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know. Fuck, no, I don't know where the hell we are.
Yeah. I'm trying something new.
You guys might want to get some warmer clothes.
Grandkids will love it.
Yeah.
I guess I'll try my hand at it. Okay.
Okay. So with that history check, the thing that kind of comes to your mind, Caracas, is back before there was kind of like an agricultural, I guess, like renaissance. A lot of the areas of the districts, you do know that they, previously before they kind of formed and united, and this became kind of the post Armageddon center of the basically world. It was referred to as 10 towns. There were districts before, and then there was also a time when giants and dragons seemed to rule the land, and that in some cases there was deals between the short people, as they referred to them, and the this time in history, it seems as though the giants seem to be in power, while not a dictatorship. There's somewhat of a partnership, but they definitely hold the cards.
What are the people's reaction to whenever they scream giants? Like, are they running around? Holding up?
No, there's a few people. It was almost like just like an alert that there's giants here.
Okay.
Like I said, does not seem to be chaotic,
Okay.
but kind of like a little bit of grumblings. If you would like to hear any details, you may certainly make a perception check.
Just kind of like, "Ma, neighbor's here," sort of thing.
kind of. There's a little bit of anxiety.
That ain't
Cool. So listening into some various conversations, Remy, one of the ones you hear is, give me just one moment.
I need different music.
So one of the things you hear, Remy, is you hear them talk about like, I don't know why the Giants would send someone as high up as Droofy's stature. Normally, when they're coming for trade, or to let us know of news, there's only a couple of them. And then one of the things you hear, Brezik, is like, why so many? Why aren't they just coming through the gates? They're surrounding the town.
See anyone that might look like they're in charge at all?
Yeah, go ahead and give me another perception check.
Sure. That one. 80.
Okay, yeah. So with that, you spot somebody that looks to be more in official garb. They have kind of like a patterns like wolf kind of cloak around them. You see a little bit of a town insignia. Looks to be somebody that's affiliated with the local law enforcement. It seems like he's walking. Yeah, he's walking towards the center of the city with a decent pace right now.
I bet you if we follow that guy, we'll find out what the hell's going on. I mean, I don't know what else to do besides just showing up here randomly.
I mean, it is a normal town. I will let you guys know that. There's stables, there's a council hall, there's a marketplace, there's a town hall, but you are more than welcome to follow him as well.
I will go look around for a little bit. Like that guy said, warmer clothes. And we gotta blend in, right?
Sure.
So,
I'm gonna follow the mayor type feller.
Okay.
Yeah. Keep me updated.
Yo.
Hopham, Caracas, what are you guys up to? Oh, and that's the other thing is so when you guys land, there's a brief moment, probably more than a moment. You guys land, you're looking around, you guys are probably getting your bearings, people are getting up, dusting themselves off. Caracas doesn't breathe, doesn't move for a decent amount of time.
You just laying there?
Just laying there.
Nudge him with my foot. Hey.
He seems to be completely stiff, not moving very much.
Do I have a mirror of some sort?
A mirror?
Put my hand over his face to see if he's breathing.
Go ahead and make a medicine check.
Sure.
See if the mirror fogs up any.
11.
11 doesn't seem to be breathing.
Guys?
As like Rebby's walking away, what?
He's not breathing.
It's always the fucking casters, dude. Okay. Does Caracas still look normal?
Where's the dwarf
Like,
at?
He looks like a normal red horned tiefling, but some of the areas where there were those arcane runes before on his wrists and his neck, or those shackles, they are no longer there. But you do perceive that some of those runes are still present on his skin.
okay, well, let's go find someone to heal this fuck.
I mean, time. I have one thing. I don't know if it's gonna work, but it's probably gonna kill him if he's not already dead. I'm gonna grab a chunk of my knotted hardy bread and like put it a little bit in his mouth, like move his jaw up and down, try to chew and try to heal him a little bit. I'll
Okay.
use charge of that.
Okay, and that, if I recall, it kind of gets rid of exhaustion and gives some HP back, correct?
Let us see. It does that. If a creature ate the bread, expends one more hit dice, additional whatever.
Okay, yeah, you put it in his mouth, you kind of try to get him to chew it. It seems like in certain moments, it's like you almost think you see his chest rise, and you almost think you see his eyes move, but it doesn't really have any effect.
Are you done choking him to death? Well,
not yet.
More
I strangle him and I shake him real bad. Wake up!
Shake.
Wake the fuck up!
I mean, do a little bit of bog water.
Yeah, just
wash that bread down.
Shove a bunch of shit in them. See what happens. Something gotta work.
Shake him up a little bit.
Where's the fucking dwarf at? He can heal.
Wake up!
Don't put a little back up.
Yeah. Or some thick syrupy bog water down the throat.
Dry fucking bread.
I mean, we were just out of prison, so this sounds about right.
Yeah. All right. Hopham and Bradley, both you guys go ahead and make a medicine roll.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on.
Here.
Wait, hang on.
Oh, that's not bad.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Okay, that's actually so. It's really funny in my head. I was like, they need to beat a 30 DC combined. So you guys rolled a 31.
Can I just say at least one elbow drop right on his chest, just to make sure that like, oh fuck, he ain't coming back. All we put everything in. Elbow drop right on the chest.
Yep. So you with the meager means you have at your disposal, you guys tried to asphyxiate Caracas to no avail. It seems you've actually brought him back to life. The air kind of fills his lungs. He opens his eyes. What is the thing where you have two different color eyes?
Heterochromia, I think is what it's called.
Yeah. You are now a hetero. Yeah, that.
Heterochromia.
Whoa, okay.
What?
Not that there was anything wrong with that, but now we know. It's good to know.
So
I won't hit on
notice-
you anymore.
You notice that there's one eye that seems to be a little bit darker and one eye that seems to be a little bit lighter. As Caracas, you are awake. Like I said, you do not feel the same. Feel pretty weak. You don't seem to have all of your health available to you right now, or your magical abilities.
Where's my health at currently?
I'd
Because
say, let's see. Go ahead and make a roll of bog water and make a roll of naughty hearted bread. So we got a 2d4, and how much does bog water give you?
5 points.
5 points.
so 2d4 plus 5, I'm guessing, so 9.
There you go. That's what you got.
Good lord.
Wait, hang on. No. Bog water does not give you no health.
Oh, fuck! Are you serious?
Oh,
God, so I only got 5.
Because it removes exhaustion and it's caffeine, so I was like, fuck it.
And get an extra bonus action. Yeah, so just a little bit of jolt.
Yep.
Yeah, that was. I'm sorry. I had to do it.
He wakes up and says, "Great, you're up. Let's go fight giants."
Yeah, once Remy sees
What?
him start breathing, he just walks off. He's like, okay,
Okay.
yeah, have fun with that.
I wake up and I'm just kind of looking around going, did it work? The fuck happened? Where are we? What the fuck is this? What is going on?
You wake up with the craziest caffeine buzz and just in pain all over. Why am I so wired? But why does everything hurt?
He has risen, baby girl.
Okay, so with that, looks like Brezik wants to follow the
Important looking
what
person.
might be a guardsman, and Remy wants to go look around town. Hoppy or Hopham and Caracas, what would you guys like to do?
Too late. Hoppy down.
I mean,
Yeah, it's canon.
Yep.
I'm fucking hurt over here, so I mean, shit, I really don't even know. Just somebody just grab me by the arm and just say, "Come on," because I'm hurt.
You should go rest. I'll find you.
Yeah, I will go in whatever the direction is for.
Rest.
Yeah, that.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check or an investigation, whatever you'd like.
Perception would be better. No, it's not.
As you walk about town, you notice that there's once again, a lot of people covered in like furred armor or furred clothing, trying to insulate themselves from the cold. There seems to be a lot of people carrying fish through. More people with like armed weapons than normal. It looks like it's kind of like the everyday carry for most citizens here to have some type of sword or staff. or club or bow on their side or on their hip or back. It takes you guys a little while. Go ahead and Remy, go ahead and make a perception check as well. And then Caracas, yeah, same thing for you. Give me a perception check. Or not Caracas, sorry, Rezik.
I was fixing to say.
Perception. Where'd that fucker go? Damn, all right.
Okay. Are the trio of you guys staying together, like looking for stuff, or is Remy off on his own?
I already left.
Okay. So if you're walking about town, you see that there's definitely, you know, a big fur and fish market. That seems to be uh, the like normal commerce.
Yeah,
There,
like Remy's walking around. He's trying to he's trying to notice what people are wearing
yep.
and like what they're eating. So like maybe he stops at like a fish stand or whatever, or someone like selling food, and then he'll get something to eat, and then he'll probably ask the vendor. He's like, "Hey, I haven't really bought the clothes for this season yet. Can you point me to the nearest spot? I gotta get fitted out."
Points you to the direction to different furriers. There's, you know, a few leathermen, things like that in town. If you'd like to, you know, have them make any of the things you've caught into armor or clothes. The fish and the food and things that you looks like to be like, you know, some fresh baked breads. It's very meager offerings,
Yeah,
but the thing that you do notice is like the smells and the abundance is something that like you're not used to. Like that, like this is, you know, this is an organic fish market you're basically in. Like you haven't seen stuff like this in your district, like even in this other district. Like, you know, this is like back when there was abundance, and
yeah.
it's
Maybe like I'm buying a lot, like just like eating a lot, just because it's here. Um, yeah. So that's basically what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna go to like the tanner or the armorer, just be like, "Hey, could you line my cloak with some fur, maybe my armor as well, because I didn't notice how cold it was."
they kind of hold up like a large like beaver pelt and like a raccoon pelt, and there's like, you know, a few different things that they, what would you, is there a style that strikes you?
Um, more of a fox guy.
Fox.
So if you got anything orange or fluffy.
I have a few Arctic fox belts that are more white.
Oh,
I do have one that does have a nice kind of stripe of orange to it, but
I do like the sound of the Arctic fox.
okay. Yeah. Probably take about 3 of these pelts to kind of line some of your stuff out. I'll insulate it very well for you. If you wouldn't mind giving me the day, maybe come back this evening.
Of course.
These
As like Remy is like taking off his hood and he's like giving him the armor pieces that he wants to be insulated. He's like, how much do I owe you?
that'll be 7 gold, please.
Okay. And I would give him 7 gold.
He kind of looks at it. He kind of gives you a weird look at first. And then you see as he kind of pulls out this like scale that he has, as he kind of like puts some of the coins on a balance, kind of bites at one. Where do you hail from? I haven't seen coins like this in ever, to be honest.
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Oh,
And
far away.
like Remy will just smile.
Okay.
If the gold isn't good or if it's flawed, I'm sorry, but that's all I have.
As far as weight goes, you know, us furriers, we deal in all sorts of trade. So as far as weight goes, it seems seems to be above board. Have some of this smelted down, and if there's any issues, you stick out.
Thank you.
And you'll be very cold.
Yeah. Can I? And like he looks around, he's like, "Can I wear something in the meantime?"
You a loner?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have like a robe or something? 'Cause, small body. My blood doesn't really circulate that much.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Of course. No. Persuasion.
Breaks.
22.
Oh. You look trustworthy enough. And he kind of like gives you one thing. He's like, this actually used to be my son's until he outgrew it. And he kind of gives it to you. It's a little piece together.
Remy looks at it with like a little bit of fuck you. I'm not a child. But then he's like, yeah, I'm small, whatever, I get it. And then he puts it on. He's like, okay, I will be back tomorrow.
Okay. See you later, good sir.
Yes, sir.
As Hopham and Krakus, as you guys kind of walk around, kind of stumble through the streets a little bit, there's like one block that you guys kind of wrap around like 2 or 3 times as like Krakus is kind of pulling you to your left, Hopham, as he leans on you. Takes a little while. You guys walk around town. You see that there's kind of a town hall and a speaker's place, and looks like something that like kind of like you guys do a double take back, but it looks to even be a church or a temple, something in the age after gods that you haven't seen too many in this pristine of care, and also this populated, as there seems to be people going in and out of it. You come across an inn. It's called the Hooked Knucklehead.
Okay. I mean, I know where I want to go. I want to go to the goddamn inn and get a room so I can just rest up and not be almost dead. I mean, I did just come back to life, for fuck's sakes.
That's true. That's true. And you do notice there's almost like
medicine.
Yeah, there's like a tightness. Like it almost feels like you're wearing a dress shirt that's too tight, and that collars and like that you feel like almost like there's still cuffs on your wrists. Yeah, just uncomfortable.
All right, come on, hop along. Let's go. Let's get you somewhere where it's a little bit softer. Kind of killing me a little bit.
Yeah, as you guys walk in, there seems to be, a few people telling stories about, a dire wolf and the biggest fish they caught and things like that. Oh, the trek to, one of the other towns and, how far it was and how cold it was and things of that nature. It seems to be of meager accommodations. There is a sign for private rooms out to rent. There's a fire hearth that is fairly wide, and it actually, as you look at it, the mouth is roughly carved. It's not, a great artistic piece, but seems to be in the shape of a dragon. There is a innkeeper that greets you as you walk in. Well, hello, outsiders. What can I do for you? My name's Barton. Looking for a room, looking for a meal.
How much for one room? I need a rest.
That'll be 2 silver for the night.
And 2 meals.
Well, if you're getting a room, I'll give you a little bit of discount on tonight's specials. But you be having fish, meat. What are you looking for? A little bit of stew to stick to those ribs?
Stew sounds good.
Stew.
Okay. Well, why don't we just call it 1 full gold and give you some meals and some rooms? Welcome to Barton's Inn.
That sounds good to me. And I look over at Hopham. Who's paying, you or me?
I got it. Shut the hell up. Just worry about not dying anymore.
No promises.
Yeah, see, it's a little, it's not so fun, isn't it? Yeah. Sometimes it sucks when the gods hate you.
Well,
guys do
hey,
notice-
we needed to do something in that moment. I wasn't going to let him die. I just didn't know exactly what was going to happen.
Lord. Anyways, shut up. Let's get you to this fucking bed so you can lay down, eat some food, and stop your whining.
You see there's a man at the bar that has kind of this gnarled scar across his eye, and he goes, "Someone died, huh?"
Only a little bit.
Just for a smidgen. It's okay. He had a brief brush with death. Had a quick date. Said, thanks for the mimosa at brunch. We got to go. Got things to do.
Yeah. Well, they say the fun don't start till someone dies.
I thought it was something about losing an eye. It was funny. Whatever. Your way's great too.
Kind of turns and snarls at you a little bit. Is that a wisecrack there, boy?
No, I'm not a very wise man, actually. I don't really know if I could do that. Sorry.
You be careful out there in the cold. You never know what might find you.
You too.
Food gets brought to you. You guys have a table. He shows you, gives you a key to your room, shows you, where you guys can stay. There's, 2 small cots, a key to a chest. He tells you to, lock your items away and take inventory. Anything else I can do for you, sirs?
Nothing, but I'll just hand him thank you, and here you go. 1 little gold piece.
Oh, well, you're too kind. Thanks so much. You guys enjoy your night's sleep. It is fairly early in the day yet, so if you need any more meals or any other liquid refreshment, I'm your man.
Wait. You said liquid refreshment. What kind?
Oh, we have some of the finest ale in all the 10 towns.
Crackers. Don't you know one good thing about a little bit of sip? It makes the night go by a little bit better. Something strong that doesn't hit you in the head too fast. He needs something that'll come on easy for him, but something definitely stout.
I have just the thing. Are we still talking ale, or would you like me to search the wine cellars?
Ooh,
Mm,
wine.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wine. That sounds. Yeah. There we go. That's great. Appreciate that. That'll work.
Mhm. I believe I have just the vintage. There was something that was a commemorative piece for the Storm King's 10th anniversary of his reign. I only have 2 bottles remaining, but you might enjoy this. He'll come back. He brings you a very nice bottle. Seems to have almost like a frost around the bottle, and he goes, "Yeah, there was glass that was forged in a keep not too far up this mountain. Keeps the wine nice and chilled. That'll be 5 gold, but I'm sure you'll enjoy it."
Oh man, that sucks. But hey, whatever. Asshole needs to come back a little bit and bounce back fast. So
I'll throw 3 gold if you throw 2 gold. So
all right, there we go. Yeah,
Gives you a couple glasses, leaves you to it. Name's Barton. If you need anything, just ring.
Barton.
Barton.
Appreciate it, Barton.
thank you.
Brezek, you had a 15, correct?
Sure did.
Okay. You follow a man through the streets.
Not weird at all.
He seems to kind of, he seems to, there's a couple times where he seems to like knock on some doors, ask if anybody's home. There's a couple little like kind of lookout perches in the center of town that allow you to kind of see out to the outer edges as he kind of like climbs up, looks, kind of does a 360. You follow him through the town. Go ahead and are you trying to be stealthy at all, or
No,
are
as
you,
a matter of fact, I could even hail him and say, "Hey, heard something about giants. Just new in town. Just so happens I speak giant. Wondering if you might need a hand. I was wondering what's going on here. People seem to be a little nervous, not as nervous as I would be if giants were around, but literally just got into town.
he kind of
Fishing
looks at
season.
you. He kind of looks at you being a bugbear.
Mm.
Kind of a little bit hesitant at first. Yeah, we've had to deal with your kind before. Not as many speak as eloquently, or giant for that matter.
Mm. Not any as good looking as this guy, though.
You do seem to be a big brute, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I didn't know racism was still around. Goddamn.
It's 1,000 years ago.
What you mean, my kind? The fuck you mean, my kind, sir? Goddamn.
For once, the tiefling doesn't get the racism.
Immersion.
Yeah.
I'm giving you guys pre-inflation prices. I'm giving you guys little racism.
Oh man.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, just like the good old days. Damn. I swear to God, I'm loving it.
Oh, my God, I'm out.
Days.
Just buy a house here and settle down, you know?
Fuck
Get some good farm equipment and everything.
Yeah.
God! Oh my God! Oh, this took a turn.
Well, cool. So,
Oh man, it'd been great if Katie would have walked through the door the moment I said that.
Oh my
he talks to you for a moment, but you also see that there's kind of a like he's actually quite surprised, genuinely surprised by you, and and it also seems like he's one of those like won't be no trouble, you know, if you don't make it type, you know,
Well,
thing.
certain won't be none. Yeah, absolutely. And like
exactly.
I'm oblivious to it because I'm from a time where this is normal, right?
Exactly.
So I'm just like, yeah, well, like, yeah, of course you saw me. I'm like, I'm awesome.
Yeah.
He's
Exactly.
like, y'all could talk? Oh my God.
Yeah, right.
That's crazy.
and wear clothes? Jeez.
Damn. Y'all gonna want some agency next or something.
So yeah.
Oh,
Saying,
that's I just saw your DM, Justin. The first one is of course, and then the second one is that is very interesting. So yeah, that's something that we'll have to take a look at. But just remind me about that. We can get back to when you guys are in your rooms. Yeah, so seems a little bit in a rush, little bit on guard with you. But he does say, yeah, it seems, you know, it's not uncommon for the giants to come and visit, you know, engage in some trade, you know, even bathe in the river here. But it's, you know, it's a little bit warmer from when they come down the mountain.
Two things. One, I'm sorry to interrupt, but can I just say that I clocked where they went as far as the inn goes, so just for continuity's sake, and whenever I go find them later. And two, I would just say, yeah, but word around town says that it's never been kind of this strong of a presence.
Go ahead and make an insight.
Sure. Boom.
Okay.
Can't wait to fight, so I get nothing but nat ones. Boop, boop.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? Brezik the charisma killer.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have a lot of tells, you know. He's kind of used to the de-escalation, talking to some of the public, you know, calming people's spirits, but you notice right away that he's a little worried. And when you say, yeah, like I've heard people talking that it's not always like this, he definitely lets on that, yeah, it's not always like this.
So what I want to do, instead, before he starts talking, I was like, let's take a walk, because I can sense you're a little uneasy. We don't want to, you know, worry the common folk.
Go ahead and make a persuasion.
Sure. No, that was flirting with that 20 again.
Yeah, you were.
Why don't we
So-
go find somewhere a little more private, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, a little bit more. Yeah, that's exactly the way you say it. Put his hand, use reach, put your hand on his shoulder.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. He I
That wasn't a nat one, by the way. Just
I am
so
yeah, I know you rolled I am, welcome to our town, sir. Your name?
Brezek. Just
Brezek. Brezek. Just Brezek.
Mhm.
I do greatly appreciate your concern. But I do have some pressing business to attend to, and I do have to meet with some high standing people in the city. And I don't know, with obviously you've picked up on the sensitivity of the situation. I don't know how much they'd appreciate me bringing guests.
Sir. No,
But I do very much welcome this introduction, and knowing that you speak giant is definitely something that may come in great value. Where may you find yourself later this evening, sir?
I think I left my friends over at Barton's place. I think that's what the sign said outside.
That's where, yes, that's where many travelers try to find themselves. Yes, when they enter town. Try not to drink too heavily, engage in any of the. Yeah. But
real quick, and I'll let you go. What was your name again? But I'm sorry, I completely I'm so rude.
I should have addressed myself as somebody who's representing the city. I apologize. My name's Ogric Brithhelm.
Ogric Girthhelm.
Almost like bright, and then helm, like Brithhelm.
Okay. Excellent, Ogric. Before I let you go, I just noticed it's really fucking cold up here. Is there anywhere that I can get like a cloak or something like that? I am definitely not dressed for the occasion. Someone told me the wrong shit.
Of course, there's some furriers down in the marketplace. Especially this time of season, they seem to come in abundance. They can drive a hard bargain, but you should find something. No problem.
I appreciate it. All right. Well, good luck. God's bless, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yes, I may come calling on you, Brezek. Very nice to meet someone of your personality for a change. Thanks so much.
No problem. We'll see you there.
You're one of the good guys. You're one of the good ones, brother.
Yeah, you're not like them.
Oh boy. Would you say he's like a captain of the guard or something like that?
So he definitely has. He looks so. In his introduction to you, he would let you know he's a deputy. A deputy.
Cool. Thank you.
With that, Remy, you have a stinky teenage boy's cloak. You have purchased some insulated gear. You're waiting for it to be finished. Anything else you'd like to do?
Just walking about, seeing if there are maybe anybody who seeing if I could like pick up any conversation, seeing if like there's any like downtrodden people I could talk to, stuff like that.
Okay.
I'm still
Go ahead and roll either an investigation or a perception for me as you kind of look around town, try to eavesdrop, maybe see some people you can chat with.
13.
So as you walk through the streets, it seems that most of the conversations are about kind of the giant visitors and why they just seem to be standing at a distance. You do hear, one conversation between, a couple, an older couple that were talking about like, I remember when my parents had to deal with the dragons and now we have to deal with the giants, and just like time for us just to, we don't need their help. we could just move on, and like just they seem to be older as far, not very old, but older as far as the population goes. As you walk around town, it's a pretty meager, simple city. You haven't seen like, no one's being forced to do anything. Like, seems like a lot of people have enough and they're happy with what they got, and they're just trying to survive out here in the cold.
Nobody's forced yet.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt, and I'm gonna like walk up like to like the older couple. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm fairly new here. What's going on with the Giants?
Have you,
I'm Remy, by the way.
Remy, have you lost your parents?
I know from my stature you may think I'm a child, but I'm actually an adult.
Of course you are. What was your question?
What's going on with the Giants?
Oh, I think they just, I mean, years ago, the dragons, they tried to claim this world, and giants and dragons, they're mortal enemies. And now it seems that with the dragons pushed back, that now the giants want everything. They've obviously come to the town to claim it as their own. Any fool can see that. All of these treaties and alliances and, take some of our fish and help us build a wall. It's all poppycock.
How long has this been happening?
What, the alliance with the giants?
Yeah.
Well, most of my life, the Storm King, he's been in charge for quite a while, but ever since the death of his poor wife, things have been on quite a slippery slope. I think they blame us for it, if you ask me.
Blame you for what?
Well, the death of his wife. She used to go and visit what they call small folk out on an isle, meet there and get daily news and engage in some trade. And probably 5 years ago now, maybe less, Storm King found her dead. He's always blamed the small folk ever since.
Small folk, yeah, I know how that feels like. Okay. Well, thank you for your time. Sorry to interrupt your conversation again.
No problem. You are such a polite little child.
Yeah. And I'm going to try to steal from them.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a sleight hand as he walks by.
Yeah, bitch, low child that motherfucker.
You get some canned fish and some buttons and 3 bronze.
I'm fine. I'm fine with
that. What is even a bronze?
And a butterscotch disc. Don't forget that.
Oh yeah, you gotta get that Werther's, baby.
Yeah, that Werther's.
Yeah,
you got Werther's.
The old thing about you in there. Yeah, buddy.
It was the old man's pocket, right? It has to be Werther's. It's the old man's pocket. If
it was the old ladies, it's that strawberry. Yeah, fix that. It's that strawberry candy.
Yeah, Remy walks away. He just looks at the stuff he took. He just like throws it away. Child.
Okay, back to the inn. Hopham, Caracas. You guys have your wine. As you pop the cork, there's a little bit of frost that just kind of just coats the bottle. Wine is perfectly chilled. As you take a sip, it's almost like ice water, like hitting, like it's like an ice plunge. And there's a little bit of adrenaline, a little bit of a chill. And immediately after, it's followed by this warmth that just seems to just overtake you in both like kind of your emotion and physical warmth. You seem to be in better spirits. Very, very good bottle of wine. The food even tastes better. But what else would you guys like to do?
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
How do people react to magic in this time?
You haven't figured it out yet, but with I guess that's hard because like you're used to the norm, right? You're used to being hunted, you're used to your blood being sought after, all the things that you've seen. You've never seen giants. You've never seen like this type of food. Like even like the cold, like this is like natural snow and cold. Like you've experienced stuff in the plains, but like it's just different here. And you don't really know how they'd react to magic.
No, see, you saying that leads me back to my question I sent you earlier. Because
I'll let you know. My thought is absolutely nothing nefarious. It was literally my thought was, as I'm drinking this wine and stuff, I'm just feeling kind of happier, and basically I'm just using prestigious and basically along with performance and literally just doing basic magician shit, making stuff appear, making stuff disappear, just having a good time, and just and all that stuff.
Are you guys down in the lobby, or are you guys in your room?
I figured we were still down in the lobby, sitting at a table, eating and drinking and stuff.
Yeah. You kind of cast. There's a few people that kind of like look your direction a little bit, like, but like you see like one person that's kind of been drinking a little bit, kind of like an older man with kind of this like friar's haircut, and he seems completely entertained by your your paltry little magical display, as he kind of like giggles as he chugs back another beer. There's some people that like give you a little bit of a look like, oh, that's like rude, but nobody seems to be like shocked.
At least we didn't get in trouble.
So the one thing I will tell you, Dustin, is like anything that you guys carried in your person seems to be untouched by like time. So whatever state you had it in, it seems to exist in that state here.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure.
Oh, of course. Anything else?
Other than scarfing down some food and washing it down with something that is just I want to keep this bottle.
Yeah, no, of course. It's a very nice bottle. One of the things you guys do kind of go ahead and roll survival checks for me while you guys are drinking this wine.
God.
Oh.
Oh, hey.
Okay.
That's gonna be the only one of the night.
Yeah.
Glad you rolled it. I know some good shit. Shot.
What the effects of this wine, it kind of like acclimates your body a little bit to the cold. So you do know that anybody who drinks a cup of this would have they wouldn't suffer the effects of like cold exhaustion for 24 hours. So
okay,
kind of gives you some protection against the elements. Yeah, but anything else you guys would like to do? Just drinking. There's a few people that seem, but for the most part in the tavern, there's just the crack of the fire. Barton seems, and even some patrons every now and then. It's kind of like normal courtesy for someone to keep the fire going. Someone will just pick up, throw a log on there. People are just coming in, drinking their ale, eating their stew, telling their stories of the last thing they trapped and the last fish they caught and the last wife that died to the cold and how they still have, 3 of their 5 sons, stories like that.
At this point,
I mean, my only thing is some good line.
Brez, Remy, y'all were planning on like joining us in the inn in a while, right?
I was eventually gonna get there, yeah.
Okay. So my whole thinking was just sit down here at the bottom, sip on the wine, the cup, start feeling better, eat my food, basically up until the point of Brezg and Remy coming in here, and then of course me being, revived from the dead. This wine has revitalized every single bit of my body, kind of halfway tipsy and everything. As Brezk walks in, I just go, "Hey, have this. You gotta have it."
Nice. Well, is there anything you'd like to do on the way back to the inn, Brezk? Are you going to try to go to the marketplace at all?
Yeah, I'm gonna give me some warm shit.
Okay.
And by this time, I'm probably putting 2 and 2 together after what Augrich said, and people just like staring at me that they haven't seen bugbears before, at least in this capacity.
Yeah, at least not civilized. Yep.
Oh fuck.
And there's and there's definitely, like in some instances you kind of blend in because of your fur and everything like that and all the fur coats and things that are going on. But yeah, there's definitely some people that give you a little bit of a side eye.
Someone comes up and Ben's like, "Oh, where did you get this? I must have." Oh,
yeah,
that's not. That's all
That's
natural,
attached.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I gotta take a piss.
Yep. Yeah. So you make it to the marketplace. It seems to be furriers and stuff everywhere. There's definitely, a few people kind of calling out. It's normal kind of street market type thing. There's a little bit of street food. There's people chucking fish back and forth.
Oh yeah.
Some lady haggling saying this isn't caught fresh this morning. A guy going, like this was the biggest male dire wolf in the region. Wear this fur proudly. Trying to sell things.
Sure. Just looking for, I guess, winter weather or cold weather gear.
There's
what you call it technically, like what word am I looking for? For like purposes of adding to inventories. Jesus Christ, my brain is mush. I apologize.
Oh no, so just like something you can quickly add to your inventory. I mean, so there's definitely fur armors, but then if there's like something, as far as just like keeping yourself warm, it's kind of like dealer's choice. Like if there's something that strikes your fancy, there's polar bear furs, there's black bear furs, there's wolves, there's things that have been kind of hodgepodge between raccoons. Most of the stuff they try to keep in one piece. But yeah, if there's something that catches your eye, there's tons of stuff.
Is there a bear fur with like the head still attached?
Oh,
like
of course.
as a hood?
Yes, of course. Oh yeah, some of those are proudly displayed. Are you looking for like a white bear or a darker bear? What are you looking for?
Of course, the white bears.
No, I'm probably gonna do polar just because of it being in the snowy and cold.
Of course,
maybe a little camouflage.
I couldn't agree more. If you go up, you see there's a gentleman. He has his hand up, trying to catch people's attention. You notice there's a couple fingers that are missing as he kind of waves at passersby. Large bear traps and things behind him. Seems like he specifically deals in big animals. You also see as there's a few mountain goats with just large horns proudly displayed. Ooh. As he sees you approach. Hi, what can I do for you?
I was given some poor information, and I didn't know it was going to be that cold up here. So I need something to keep me warm.
Yeah, and today's actually a warm day.
Oh, I mean, I got this natural coat here, but really doesn't. I can tell it's going to get a little chillier. So
When the sun goes down, you wouldn't be well off, friend. I have plenty of things for you. How much you looking to spend? You looking to trade?
Don't you sell this man anything.
trade.
See like a cloaked figure next to you. It's like, he's a cheat and a liar.
I don't have much to trade. I don't think I'm going to pull out the mimic armor. Say you want this? That'd probably be frowned upon.
Yeah.
So gold trade be fine. Not looking for anything too extravagant. I'm probably going to be traveling, so it's not a showpiece as much as practical.
Oh yes, practical. Does this seem to be your friend? Go ahead and make a persuasion roll, Remy. It's like he's like is a cheat and a liar.
Gotta make a deception roll because he's actually not a cheat and a liar.
That's probably more like it. Yeah, deception's probably better. Yeah, other people are starting to question.
This man has bamboozled me, flim-flammed my family for generations. I would not sell him neither of a coon hat. Nothing. Nothing, sir. Nothing.
I look down, it's like, oh, Remy, and I grab him, I put him on my shoulder.
Get your hands off me.
You can't take this guy anywhere.
He's trying to kill me like he killed my father. My father's father before me. Don't let him do this. You are all my witnesses today.
She goes, is he trying to eat that child?
You see his teeth? Oh my God. He's just like the giants outside.
Oh no, go ahead and make a performance check.
Like, why are you being so weird?
I would love to.
I just picture him picking you up and you're just like flailing like an upset child.
Unhand me, sir. Unhand me.
Yes, you're definitely seeming to draw some attention. Is like people don't normally see drama of this kind, at least, especially between a Brezzik and a halfling.
Brezzik and a halfling,
yeah.
Okay, well, here I'll set him down. It's like, all right, so about that cloak.
Well, sir,
you're ready, like dusts himself off. He's like, sir, I promise you, his gold is no good. It's soft and it's pink. It's not even gold. Trust me. I know, because he owes me money. And this man has not paid for years.
Oh, that is quite something. Go ahead and make a persuasion or another deception. God, he seems
track this man through the snow for days. Now I don't know what name he has given you all, but I know him.
Is it bad that I could literally just picture Brezzik just standing right next to Remy as he's just going about and he just reaches out and just wow.
I'm not gonna hit him, but I know he has to sleep sometime.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find it. There it is.
Yep.
Not one copper.
You see, as the salesman, he kind of turns to Brezzik and he goes, "I've worked too hard to be scammed or conned."
Yeah, and I'm just gonna like lean in and like wave him over, and it's like, unfortunately, my friend here took a severe kick to the face by a mule, and ever since then, he's been just all twisted up. I mean, he thinks he sees things. I swore to his parents that I would take care of him since he is, a child. So I take him out to adventure, quote unquote adventure, and but yeah, it's tough, but it's a burden I bear. I bear proudly because look at him, he's so cute.
Now I present to you good, fine fishing folk of this great
Watch,
town.
he's gonna say that I killed his parents. Watch.
That would you not want a criminal such as this man here, a murderer of of a man that has made women a widower, men a widower,
Orphan, watch this. Orphan maker. Watch here.
making sons orphans, daughters orphans.
Happens all the time. Happens all the time.
I cannot begin to tell you the records that this man has brought. I am trying to save you all the heartache and the tears that this man will bring upon you
There's like some people
if you sell him
they just
anything.
No, this part's really good. Watch, he'll start wailing like, oh, I watch. Here it comes. Always after the murderer part. Always, every time. Here it comes.
Remy takes a beat to let the crowd kind of like get his words, and then he says, "What I tell you today is true, and by all the gods that we walk under, I promise you, if you give this heathen anything, it'll be your downfall." And then Remy just leaves.
So
there's like one guy that was like he just kind of starts to clap. He's like,
and I'll start clapping with him. It's like, no, that was good. That was really good. He missed the whale. Usually he's and like starts staring at his clothes. It's a whole production. He'll be okay now. He got it out. It's usually it goes in cycles. So he'll go to the tavern and do the same thing. Watch.
Go ahead and make a deception.
Oh yeah,
present.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Can't wait to fail this. Where's that button?
Come on,
Deception.
hard of the dice.
There it is.
The shopkeeper kind of looks at you and he goes, "How dare you say those things about him after you do that?"
I know. It's tough. Tough living with him, but again, it's again a burden I proudly wear, and a burden I must bear. So, about that cloak.
Well, I feel like the only way that I could, in God conscious, sell this to you is at quite a considerable markup.
Okay, good talk. To ease your conscience, is that goal to help you sleep at night for
yes,
someone that's providing a service to a unfortunate soul. You should have seen the size of this mule. I mean, almost Clydesdale. Like, this thing is fucking huge. Hunted him across the barn. But,
roll. See how this one goes.
Like, he was actually taller at one point.
yeah, right. He was like up to my shoulder. Yeah, absolutely. Do you think it was going to be any different? I even got a bonus. I got a +2 bone on that.
Like at first, like he wasn't sure if Remy was telling the truth, and then as you talked, he believes him more and more. He's just like, yeah, this bugbear cannot be trusted. Yeah.
Oh wait, me? No, this one. Yeah,
yeah.
I can. Yeah. That one. I can.
The one thing, so as you kind of haggle back and forth with this guy, he like his original price was like 15 gold for this bear thing, and it's kind of gotten up to like the mid-20s.
Oh, okay. 20s. Okay, good. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and kill my own.
Okay.
And whatever I don't use, I'll bring back to you.
Well, yes, I wouldn't bring them back to me, but I'm sure there's
Nope,
plenty of
it's all
furriers.
yours. Nope,
who
it's
would.
yours. I will do you that favor, sir. As a kindness that you have shown to me, I will give you my spoils.
Well, then good day.
Okay, and I'm gonna turn around, and go right to the next farrier, and say, "What do you got?"
And like as you walk away, you hear him say, "May the cold bite your nose," and he says it in a very disdainful way that you probably know it was some type of curse.
No, yeah, and I'll smile and show tusks, all of them.
Okay. You go to the next furrier. There's he doesn't have like the same kind of big animal stuff, like the bear with the skull and the mountain goat, but there's still some pretty nice furs. Some that are a little bit darker. There's one that it looks like he's kind of, put a few like a few little ornamental touches to, like, there's one that's got like a couple walrus tusks on it.
Okay.
Kind of inside laid like like the inside liner is kind of like this slick walrus skin.
Cool. Yeah, I'll just grab something that's practical, keep me warm. Like I said, cold weather gear.
Okay.
And I will go like around and just start rubbing on every like whole fish, just whole. Because that's what I do.
Oh no, if if you're looking for more practical than like really nice and you just want something to keep you warm, gonna cost you probably like 5 gold.
Cool.
And then,
How much for food?
add probably add probably an extra, gold or two for the fish. Nothing crazy. Cool. There's an abundance of them. I will say that as Remy, I know one of the things you said you were keeping an eye out for was anyone who, might have been on like hard times.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things you do notice as you walk back towards the inn.
There's a really cold bugbear that you just fucking conned.
Yeah, like Remy's like whistling as you like go down the street.
Yeah. There seems to be kind of this haggard, homeless young woman. She's definitely wearing boots that are like too big for her feet. She seems to, as you've kind of seen her a little bit throughout the market as you spent time in there, she has kind of these thick walrus hide gloves on. She's helped like a few people like dispose of some of the, fish guts and things like that, and just small small like kind of helper jobs as she kind of goes from stall to stall. You also notice that she's kind of keeping like you catch her every now and then like listening to some gossip. But yeah, that's what you see.
Is she sitting down or is she just like?
Every now and then she sits down, but you see as she kind of like, it seems like she sits down, strategically near, like a conversation. Every now and then she'll go and she'll help somebody tend to like a campfire or one of the fires there in the marketplace. Kind of, take some of the fish guts and animal guts, and that's kind of just her activity.
If I see her like sit down for a moment, I'll go up, knock, kind of just like sit down next to her, and I'll say, "Hey."
Well,
can I interrupt real quick? Are those boots with the fur?
Yes.
I was waiting for it. I was surprised it happened earlier.
I know, right?
I thought I was gonna be real disappointed with you guys. Like, come on, man, you laid that one up. Take a shot.
That's why I had to interrupt.
And she coughs a little bit. You can hear she kind of has like this kind of deep cough.
I'm new here, and the one thing I've always known to be true is that no one really pays attention to those that are less fortunate than them. So how about we make a deal? You let me know what's going on around here, and I'll pay you good money for that. Deal?
Deal. But I will say people do tend to notice not noticed, the less fortunate. But you and your friends, I've seen you. I know that you guys are new.
Yeah. Yeah, we kind of stick out, especially the big fuck over there. But
Just way
you know,
fish.
Yeah, that wasn't very nice what you did.
yeah, I know. I was kind of you. I try to do good things sometimes, but you know, the impulse to just mess up someone's day is too easy. He's a very easy mark sometimes. He's a good guy. He'll forget about it. Like he'll get some food in him and he'll forget about it.
Oh,
Even though
I'm
he's
sure.
held it for years.
And you can tell the shopkeeper couldn't, but you can tell you guys are friends.
Yeah, he's a big old teddy bear. So, um, what's what's going on around here? Like, what's really going on around here?
Go ahead and make persuasion and an insight.
Okay, persuasion first. Yeesh. Uh, insight. Segundo. Okay. Dirty 20 and a 9.
Cool. Well,
Sorry.
well, it seems that the giants have come to visit, and um, it just everything seems to be just kind of like a normal day outside of that. You can tell from the insight roll that she knows more than she's letting on,
Yeah.
and
Um,
it actually seems that like you get an idea that she actually knows a lot more than she lets on about just like everything.
yeah. I look at her and I'm like, yeah, that wasn't my best sales pitch either. Okay. And then I'll take out I'll take out like 20 gold and I'll say maybe this will tell you that I'm actually serious.
Hmm.
And like I will give her 10
Okay.
for what she has already said and I'll say maybe I can tell you're not telling me everything. And I just smile.
So so you gave her 10 gold?
Yeah.
Okay. So she'll take the gold, and then you see as you hand her the gold and you kind of make that little speech. Make another insight check.
Ooh, I like this girl. Ooh, I really like this girl.
Okay, so um she takes the gold, and what you get from that inside check is it looked like there was a brief moment where she was waiting for something else, like on like um not not like an item or like more money or anything like that or a bribe, but there was just like something else that she was kind of waiting for. And she takes the gold, kind of gives you a little bit. It looked like a knowing look at a second, and then she kind of like shakes her head. But she yeah, I don't think the giants are here for a friendly conversation this time around. Um but if uh if there is anything that I come that I come across, I'll make sure to come and find you at the inn.
Yeah. And I I stand up and I say, "Hey, you're very good at what you do. I'm sorry I wasn't the person that you thought I was. But I'm very good at what I do too." Just give her a wink.
My name's Beldora. And yours?
They call me Remy.
That.
Yeah. And she'll just kind of turn away with that as she kind of waves. Um, with that, Brezik, Remy, is there anything else you'd like to do outside of town, or can we rendezvous back at the inn?
I'll tell him that the inn is on the opposite side of town.
Okay.
Like, yeah, they're staying across town. The only one that they would let them let Caracas in.
Go ahead and make a deception roll.
Oh yeah, love to.
Go to make an insight, Remy.
Okay. I was gonna say this is the fucking role that he does.
Yep. Oh, halfling walking
For some reason, you think that Rezik's telling you the truth, and you walk all the way across town, and there's stables there, and it just like it like totally smells like horse shit and walrus shit, and it takes you a moment before you realize that Rezik sent you all the way across town.
Yeah, when Remy gets to the stables, he looks around. He's like, okay.
Guess I deserve that.
Okay, touche. I got something for you. And then he walks back all the way back. Oh, how do I spell this one's name?
Yes, it is Beldora. Beldora.
Cool, Beldora.
And she is kind of like a middle-aged human homeless woman.
I'm gonna put homeless woman in quotation marks.
That's probably a good idea. Rezik, you arrive back to the inn a few moments before Remy does. You see as Caracas and Hopham a little bit red in the cheeks. And you see Caracas doing a few little magic tricks at his table. Barton offers you the same hospitality that he offered your companions before you. A room, some food. There's the Thunder King's ale. It's a white ale. Has a nice kind of acidic taste to it. There's a few other dwarven made ales and even like some human made ales that are a little bit cheaper. Selection of wine, selection of food. What would you like to do, my friend?
Room and food.
Okay, of course. Room and food. He'll make you the same deal. You probably eat about the same as your other two companions, but combined. So one gold for one night and some food.
Okay.
And it's probably about middle of the day by now. Remy, you make it back in. Your friend sitting at a table. Same offer. Anything you'd like?
How many people are in this bar?
Great question. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Sure.
Cool.
22.
There's a few that come, few that leave. Like there's a decent in and out. It's the middle of the day. But right now, there's about 11 people that are kind of warming themselves by the fire. It looks like there's a couple regulars up by the bar. There's a couple gentlemen that are playing throwing axes over on the side. And that's about it.
Okay. I will go to the bartender and I'll say, I will have a room, please. And also, I'm feeling quite generous today. So just have whatever anybody is drinking, just next drink on me. Okay?
Oh, well, of course. Yeah, you look old enough to drink. As he kind of reaches back behind and you see him kind of grab this little hammer and he bangs this shield, and like a bunch of people kind of bang their mugs down on the table and they give kind of like a celebratory huzzah chant out there, and he ends up filling the mugs. See a few people kind of tip their brow to you, raise a mug.
Give him a little bow.
And how should I name this kind man that seems to fill my cup?
They call me Remy.
Ah, Remy. To your health. May your fires be large and your hearth be warm.
May the snow never bite your heels.
Well stated, well stated. Seems to be a little bit more lively in there. You get your food, you get your room. Anything else you guys would like to do or discuss? You all seem to be at a table. Food in front of you. Hop and Caracas, you got anything going on?
As they kind of meet back up with them, or meet back up with us, I just basically kind of shove my cup in front, like in their face, and go, "You gotta go. You gotta try this. Try it. Try it." It feel.
Yeah,
it makes me.
Brezzik,
It made me
have a
feel
drink.
good.
You look cold.
Pretty chilly out there.
It's a shame. You should have got yourself like a coat or something.
Probably should have. But I don't know how many times I got to tell you that you're too young to drink.
Okay.
What kind of tavern owner? What kind of barkeep would sell to a child?
Go ahead and make a deception.
Absolutely, love to.
With disadvantage, because I just bought everybody fucking drinks. Shit.
16. Oh, let's see what how the bartender feels about this. He kind of like looks around in shock, and you'll like walk up to the table. You'll go like, "Oh, we do appreciate your gold, but I'm afraid that'll probably be your last drink."
I promise you, I am older than I look.
And I'm just
Have
like
you
behind
never
him,
seen?
wide eyes, shaking my head. Nope.
Have you never seen a halfling before? Have I seen halflings here?
There's actually there's a lot of dwarves and there's some halflings, yes. So go ahead and make a persuasion.
There's a famous one that used to live here.
There is.
Sorry, nerd.
Oh, well,
I'm so sorry, sir. Yes, I just your friend there. He had me.
He loves to do this every now and then. Next he's gonna be wailing about how someone lied about him in the marketplace. It's a little game he likes to play. It's fine. It's fine. You know, we have to humor the less fortunate sometimes.
Of course. Your next drink on me. My apologies.
Of course, no worries at all. I give Brezzik a little wink.
I blow kisses.
Hoplum, how are you feeling? Caracas, what are you up to?
I just sit back. I'm looking at the two of them, and I basically just go, are you guys just sitting here scamming people again, acting like you're fighting between each other? Is this what we're going to do? Always.
It's fun. It's fun.
I can't knock you for getting free shit, so hey.
Listen, I found some stuff out. And then in the meantime, I deprived Brezzik of some warmth and, you know, some public credit.
And as I hear him say, you know, deprive him of warmth, I just look back over at Brezzik and I shove the cup back in his face. Here. You need warmth? Here.
Good. Thank you, though.
It'll warm you up.
I can smell it from over there. It's good. That smell is good enough to, you know, quite pungent.
Yeah, and actually,
it made me feel better.
It's kind of smoky. There's almost like an ember like finish and smell to it. Yeah, it's unique.
So, apparently, whatever the Giants are planning to do, it's not very friendly.
Yeah, the deputy seemed a little nervous whenever I talked to him about it.
Yeah, something about the Giants, king, queen getting murdered or something. Yeah. It's a whole thing. So, you know.
Who that is? Dwarf goes up, finally.
Hello.
Wow. You're just now getting home after all that? God.
I'm just now getting home after all that.
Well,
I'm sorry that happened, dude. That's
yeah,
no fun.
absolutely.
Yeah,
But
it is
you're,
what it is.
Health
At least
wise,
they're-
okay.
At least everybody's okay, though.
For sure.
Yeah, everyone's okay. And the night's over, right?
Yeah,
It's
wrapping it up. See you guys later.
pretty close. But I will set the stage for you. So you guys arrived into a town. It looks very similar and nostalgic to the capital that you were in. It's just the capital a very long time ago. You guys come to realize it's part of kind of the beginnings of civilizations. You're in a town called, what is it? Bryn Shadur? Bryn Shattuck?
Brent Shander.
Bryn Shander. And they also refer to some of the other like seedling districts as 10 towns. When you arrived, you heard the word giants, and as you and your companions kind of moved throughout town, you heard different rumblings on like, why are they surrounding the walls? Oh, the Storm King's been different since his wife was murdered. You know, things like that. Like, why would they have sent Drissa if it was just a normal trade run? But yeah, that's what you guys have done. Your friends tried to get some furs and some cold weather gear at the market. One of them was successful. One of them was deemed to be quite the villain.
I was dead and had bread
Yeah.
and bog water shoved down my throat to bring me back to
Yeah.
life.
Yep. And
don't forget the elbow drop.
Oh yeah.
And they've currently all met at an inn where they've been drinking wine, having ale, filling their bellies, and kind of discussing the rumors. If you would like to be at the table, you're more than welcome.
Say that last 30 seconds. My wife was talking to me.
Oh no, you're fine. Roll a death saving throw.
Oh yes.
No, I'm just kidding.
Roll
Yeah,
initiative.
There was so basically your friends have gone around town. They've heard a few rumors about giants surrounding the town. You guys have all met back at the inn. There's cheap food and cheap board, and you are more than happy to have you at the table if that's where you'd like to.
All I see is a black screen.
Oh, is it just because the game paused?
It might be that, but also his icon is not on this map, so
Oh.
that might be a part of it too.
Probably it too. Give me one moment.
And going into this other realm, so to say, did our hit points stay the same? Did they go up back to normal?
Well, no, going to this other realm, everything stayed the same. I do need to message you about a little boon that you got with some of the questions that you answered. And yeah. And then the map that I threw into chat was the map of the city.
Okay. Very pretty.
Yeah, as you guys kind of sit there, kind of eat your food, eventually, well, I'll let you guys talk and discuss some stuff, and then I will just let you guys know in a short amount of time, somebody from the guard will probably come and look for you. But if there's anything you'd like to discuss or catch up on, feel free.
So it seems pretty obvious now that we've gone somewhere else. I don't know if it's back in time, forward in time. I'm not too sure. How do we get back?
I don't know. I mean, does this time frame look better? Maybe we should stay.
I mean, my history check that I did earlier, would that still be in play? Given as I did roll that history check, and technically I was dead at that moment.
Well, no. So you definitely rolled that history check, and you definitely know what I told you. I won't take that away. If there's additional information you want to try to find out, then you'll probably need to make some other type of check.
So I mean, I guess at this point, since I'm physically feeling better, still, barely alive, but I am feeling better. I will relay to everybody about, exactly when we are in time and all that. Now, as far as how we're getting back, not a damn clue. I have no idea. Maybe we should try to find a way to do that, but I don't know.
Actually, all of you guys, go ahead and make history checks for me again.
I know nothing.
Okay.
I know everything.
So
I know less than nothing. I still am all about shots.
So, as you guys try to think back to stuff, which is kind of thinking to the present, you guys realize you're basically in a history book. It's hard for you to get some bearings because it's how much kind of iterations of history are distorted and changed, and there's nothing really precise for you to grasp onto. But as you're trying to think through stuff, and Caracas, like, you're trying to find some lore or some things to pick out of, and you think back to the museum and all the things Maddie was searching for. And one of the last things he told you guys was that he had searched for artifacts to change things, but that you guys were going to be what saved the world. And then he also mentioned to you guys that Saria had been asking him about artifacts he might have found. And so as far as what you're doing here, that's kind of what you have to go on, is that maybe there's something we're supposed to find that can change the time you came from. Don't know what it is, but obviously Saria and whoever was summoning that fiend were looking for something, and obviously Matthias had been looking for something too.
I wonder what it could be.
With that information, can I think of anything in the museum that may have correlated to this time?
Yeah, go ahead and make a history check.
Sure. I'm gonna do that little nifty thing I got.
Okay.
Where is it? It's this thing.
Yep.
$13.
Okay, so 13.
Mhm.
So you are thinking through like this time period and thinking through giants, and you can't recall like a specific thing in the museum. You remember the illuminated manuscript and that kind of like flashback that you guys kind of had. But you also remember working on some displays. Like that's one of the things that you think about, is there were some displays that you and Maddie were working on that that nothing ever got put into. And you remember, something about the giants and storm, and that you remember that there's something called an ordning, and kind of um it's kind of like the hierarchy of giants and how they kind of rule, and that they come together every now and then, but that some of them are in power, and that some of them, even to defeat the dragons, had some very powerful magic items at their disposal. That's what you can remember with that history check. Nothing specific, but some of that general context.
Relay that to the party.
Cool.
No, we have to fight giants.
Yes. And actually, if there's nothing else you guys would like to discuss, it seems that a few of the guards make their way into the inn. You see a familiar face, Brezek, as he kind of like whispers over to, it seems to be the one in command, points over to you as another kind of tall,
I'll wave.
blonde haired male says, I'm told you speak giant.
I've been known to say a word or two.
Some of us speak that tongue as well, as he like says a few words in giant to you just to see if you're telling the truth. Kind of, you know, says something about your mother must have been a tall one.
I'll say fucking huge in giants.
And they basically ask for if your table wouldn't mind joining them up at the speakers hall. That their resources are a little thin, and even though they might not trust you, they need to discern whether you're friends of the giants or friends of the city.
Oh, I understand that. However, a friend here is a little banged up. Is there anything that you can provide him to make him feel a little bit better? He had a hell of a night. Fell down the stairs, all bruised and battered. I'm talking about crack. It's not Remy this time.
Of course, yes. Well, you know, I don't think all the speakers have been summoned. I'm more than happy to leave someone here to escort you back after you've able to take a small rest.
Okay.
I don't know what type of resources we would offer to newcomers, being that as he kind of looks around as he goes, we're preparing for the worst.
Oh. Well, oh no, Gregus, do you want to come with? No, I started like talking to the table and giant. Like, oh fuck, sorry. So they might need a little help with their gigante problem. So I know you're pretty banged up, Crackers. You want to come with, or you want to hang out and sleep it off still? I can go. I don't mind. You guys want to hang out, rest up? I understand. We had a rough go, but I feel actually fine for once.
I'll hang back and hang out with
Okay.
Caracas.
Okay.
I'm pretty well banged up still from last
Okay.
night. It was pretty much a rager.
Hell of a night. Hell of a night. All right. So if you, I mean, I'll go, and if I pass Buster, then I mean these guys are better than I am.
Obviously, a tight bond between the lot of you. Maybe
Yeah.
my first read of you was wrong.
Nah, I was probably right.
As some lady from the market runs in and just points at Brezek and goes, "Murderer!"
Sorry, it's my sister's kid. Sorry, it's my sister's kid. I told her. My sister's kid. She has like 6 more of them. I gotta watch them.
Yeah,
If you have a baby's kids reference, that's it.
yeah. Well, do you guys have any other questions about the situation? Any questions you'd like to ask the town guard? Otherwise, that's probably where we're going to end it for tonight. And then you guys will be picking up next week, talking to the town leaders and potentially being enlisted to defend the town against giants.
Fight some giants. Fight some
But is there
giants.
any other questions I can answer for anybody, or any other context I can add? If there's any other roles you'd like to make, I'm cool with it.
I don't think so.
Not really.
Am I just gonna take a long rest? I guess, you know, since the people were talking all that stuff, I would just look and go, I'll catch up with you in, you know, a few hours. Just, you know, let me catch some Z's. Let me rest up. Let me get feeling better, please.
I will say, so this is probably some of the most wholesome. It's at first, it's like it's almost like a foreign country's food. Like it hits your mouth, the textures are different. Like the fish, like just everything. At first, it took you guys by surprise. but this is some of the best food you guys have ever had, despite it being just cheap in food. And you guys drank well. It's been next to a fire. I'd say if you guys take a short rest, I'll give you guys, the benefit of a long rest, but you're still going to have to probably sleep tonight. So you guys just want to take a little bit more time at the end. We can pick up from there next week.
That'll work.
Cool. Anything else I can do for you?
I don't think so, man. Thank you for running it.
Oh yeah, no problem. I'm happy to do it. I think this will be a lot of fun. I think this will be a good segment, and I'm super stoked for next week. To let you guys know a little bit about how combat's going to go, you're probably going to get to control more than just your character, and giants aren't to be trifled with. So
anything I could do to hinder Brezik in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah. He goes and speaks to the giant, and you're acting like you're translating for him.
But I could not wait until I'm in a fucking giant's mouth and I fucking bamf you in there.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
A giant's mouth. Why make it that good?
What's that?
I said a giant's mouth. Why make it that good? Go for the other end.
I mean, that would imply that I was being used in a way that I don't want to think about. Bugbear suppository.
It works both ways, baby. Just so you know.
Oh, I'm aware. I'm aware. Woke up in the spider's fucking.
Yeah. You're like,
Man, you are you're the rabbit.
And a fucking hooker. I'm aware.
Yeah.
It worked immaculately.
Yeah.
Both times it worked perfect.
We're gonna have some fun.
The role playing tonight totally brightened my night. That was awesome, guys. And then Dustin, with the stuff you messaged me, that could be extremely interesting. So, I don't know if you want to just keep that up your sleeve or if you want to mess around with that, but that could be fun too. So
I have a quick question just on mechanic. I guess it's mechanic wise.
Yeah.
Is there any way other than me literally just manually ticking off my spell slots?
No, you'll probably just have to do that.
Okay.
So yeah, when you take a long rest, just take it down by half, and you can round up. So like if you have 5 or something, take 2 off.
Well, I've got 3 second level slots, so just 1.
Yeah, just take 1.
Yeah, by the way, guys, I have half of my spell slots. Because I fucking died.
You shouldn't have done that.
No one told you to take the fucking...
right? You shouldn't have done that.
Hey, don't one of y'all have like a fucking worm in your head? Like, what happened to that?
Oh gosh, I'm so bummed.
Oh shit!
I know that.
Yeah, it was Rayla.
So I really so Rayla had the worm and Rayla had the enlightened manuscript, but I'm gonna try to work both of those back into the game for sure because that was just the best.
I don't know. I don't know about the worm.
Somebody's goddamn party has a fucking lifted in your head or some shit.
I don't know about the worm.
Now, question
is Rayla.
How long do mind flow?
How long do what?
How long do mind players live?
Oh yeah, I know, right? You run into baby scuds, teenage scuds back in the day.
That's fun.
Back before he got these scars.
So fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Well,
all right, guys. Well,
I guess I'm also gonna have to start asking you about, insects.
Yeah.
Incest.
Insects. Because of that.
First racism, now incest. Oh my god. I don't like where this campaign is going. I don't like it.
I was like, we weren't.
I for one, am uncomfortable.
All right.
Later,
dude.
Later.
Sounds like.
Well, all right. I hope everybody had fun. It was a lot of fun tonight. A lot of laughs, a lot of fun to be had. We will be picking back up next Thursday at probably around 7:30 Eastern time. Depending on, of course, real life things that are going on. We may be a little bit later. We'll just have to see. But we'll try our best to be on around 7 to 7:30 Eastern. So with that, thank you for joining. Have a good night. And have good initiative rolls. Bye, everybody.